510-925-1565 is the number to call. You're watching Webovision. Good morning, Los Angeles. If you're calling and it's call dropping you, it's because I'm not answering the phone yet. And I don't have a call screener. So, hey guys, the way it works is I answer the phone and there will be no call screener. I'll just be there and I'll be saying hi to you guys and we'll talk, and whoever answers I'll be talking to. And if you're calling while I'm on the phone, well, I'm not going to be answering at that moment. So the best way for you to get on the air is to time it right. So if you see the calls wrapping up, then call then. But you got to remember there's a 5-second delay between live and YouTube, so you might not know if I'm hanging up the phone. So just so you understand, it's going to go straight to voicemail or whatever it goes to if you're calling now, because I'm not answering the phone. Now is a good time, though, to try to answer. Now's a good time to try to answer because, or try to call, rather, because I'm not on the phone with anybody. So that means the second I push that button, whoever is the lucky winner gets on the air. Now, you're not actually calling on the old school landline right now, but you will be able to call on the old school landline next week. That's going to be cool. Because, well, when you call on the old school landline next week, it's going to be so much fun. I will have two phones that you can call on. Amazing. All right, so everybody call right now who wants to get on the air. And let's answer the phone. And we'll start the show. Okay? This is the studio. Welcome to my home in Los Angeles, where I'm now creating a new broadcast for you and for me while we get through this crazy time. So let's just call this another technical test, but let's do it. Hello, you're on the air. Hello. Oh. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom. It's Heather from Canada.
Hello, Heather from Canada. We've got some great crystal clear audio. Everything's going good. What part of Canada are you calling from?
Tom, don't you remember me? Toronto. I can't believe I'm the first caller that got through.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's amazing. Well, you know what? It's just like, it's the luck of the draw, I guess. Heather, what are you doing today?
Well, we're just hanging out. John and I, my husband and I, and our 3 kids, we're on isolation. But I have a funny thing. I wanted your viewers, if they want to try to guess your favorite breakfast food.
Okay. What's my favorite breakfast food? I mean, do you know?
Because I know it.
Do you know what it is?
I do. I remember from after we went out and all had a few beers together all night in Toronto.
Yeah.
And then we all got breakfast.
Yeah. Where did we
So
get?
try to guess.
Where was it we got breakfast again? What was the name of that diner again?
Well, I don't remember because, my God, we all had so many beers. I don't remember, but I remember what you ordered.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I remember that. That was a lot of fun. And what was my breakfast? Did I have? Can I guess what I ate?
Well, you can, but it's really, to me, it was the wackiest thing I'd never been with a person that ordered that at a restaurant.
Okay, well, that sounds interesting. I don't know if I can guess it then. What was my breakfast?
Look at people are saying biscuits and gravy. This is Canada, man.
Yeah, we don't eat biscuits and gravy up there. Well, we do, but just it's not as common. It's more of a bacon and eggs kind of place, huh?
Well, we know you like your steak, right? Your steak and onions and you cooked online there.
Did I have steak and eggs for breakfast?
No.
Oh, okay. What did I have for breakfast?
You want me to say it now?
Yeah, you can say it now. I'd rather just know.
You had corned beef hash.
Oh yeah, corned beef hash and eggs. I was going to say that. I remember that actually. But when you said
Yeah,
it, but when you
that
said it
was
was
crazy.
when you said it was a bizarre breakfast, I assumed that it was something weirder than that.
To
Is that weird to you?
That,
That's weird to
to
you?
me, that was bizarre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty normal breakfast. I mean, it was on the menu, right? If
Yeah.
it's on the menu, it can't be that weird, right?
It's true, but nobody ever orders it off the menu except you.
I don't know. I don't know if they would keep it on the menu if nobody ever ordered it. I'm going to debate you on that, Heather. I'm going to debate you on that, but I appreciate
I
it,
guess
though.
that's true.
Yeah.
You know, John and I have been your fans forever, and the few times we hung out with you, Tom, are always in our memory. You're an awesome person.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. Great to talk to you. I'm going to fire through some more calls, and you be safe up there in Toronto,
Yeah.
okay?
Take care, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Good talking. Bye. Say hi to John for me. Thank you. Bye. How cool is that? Okay. So I just let Heather go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk for about 5 seconds so you realize that the line is free. And then everybody start to call at that point. And then it'll be kind of a game. See if you can get on the air or not. It'll be so much fun. But we're having fun here. Things are going good. Seems like the test is working. Technically, everything's going great. I'm very excited about this. And now I'm going to take another call, and let's see if it works again. Hello, you're on the air. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello. You're on the air. What's your
Hello.
name? Hello. Turn your volume down on your computer. What's your
Okay.
name? Where are you calling from?
This is Holly from Detroit.
Holly from Detroit. Good to talk to you. Yeah, I guess I should tell everybody to turn their volume down on the computer they're watching. It can be confusing if you don't
Okay.
do that.
I have you cast to my TV.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to turn that down because of the delay. It'll confuse you because.
Yeah.
And now, are you in the wind? Is there some wind?
No.
Okay. What are you doing up there in Detroit today?
There we go. Just chilling. Just got done eating some breakfast. Had some scrambled eggs.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Would you say corned beef and hash is a weird breakfast?
Not at all. I think
No.
it's a great breakfast.
Well, Heather from
Pretty
Toronto.
common here.
Heather and John from Toronto think that corned beef and hash is a weird breakfast. So. Well,
I
good.
know. I found that amusing.
Well, are you enjoying watching on your television?
Oh, I love it. It's looking great.
Isn't that so much
Looking
fun?
good.
Isn't that so much fun to
It
be able to
is.
watch Webovision on your television?
Yes.
Isn't that so
All
much
the
fun?
camera angles and everything.
Yeah, different camera angles. I can look in the camera in different angles. It's so much fun, and we're having a good time around here.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time watching it,
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Like I have some really cool
Yep.
angles. Like check out this angle. Whoa, that's pretty crazy, huh? yeah. So yeah.
I can't see it. Maybe in
yeah.
a few seconds I'll
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
so much fun, so much fun. Yeah,
So there must be a delay.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's very cool.
There you go.
I'm having a
Okay,
good
I
time
see
doing
it.
it. Well,
You're-
listen, thank you for calling. I appreciate it, Detroit. It's so nice to have you here calling in today. I appreciate it.
Yes.
What,
Yes,
now, what do you
bet.
do?
Thanks
What do you?
for
What,
taking my call.
Yeah, thank you. We'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much. So great. So it's working. Okay, this is what's happening. The show's working. All right, that's a good shot. I like that. Maybe that should be the new shot for the show. What do you think? Think that should be the new shot? Let's see. Do we need any other sounds? All right, I like that. Punctuation sounds. Okay. Give me a call here. The number is 510-925-1565. Give me a call. And we are live on the Morning Webovision, building the studio. I can just imagine that things are going to get really wacky around here pretty soon. We're nailing all these technical problems. Hello, you're on the air.
Seriously, wow.
Yeah, you made it. You got
Oh,
on.
great.
What's your name? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brad, and I'm calling from the Netherlands. A fellow Canadian, but
wow.
I've been living in Europe for 20 years.
How cool is that? Calling from the Netherlands. I love that. That is amazing.
Yeah, I've been listening to you on every time you have a podcast.
And what do you do
pretty
there in the
entertaining.
Netherlands? What are you doing up there in the Netherlands, my friend?
I work in the oil and gas business.
Oh, okay.
So it's with the negative prices on oil lately, I've been hanging out at home quite a bit.
Ah, geez. Are they still using oil and gas up there in the Netherlands, huh? Pretty popular? It's pretty popular, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
barely. Not under lockdown. It's not very popular.
Now
at
you
all,
sound
that's for sure.
like you're an American, though.
No, Canadian.
Oh, you're Canadian. Okay.
Vancouver.
Okay. Yeah. I should have recognized that accent. I just knew it didn't sound Dutch. You didn't sound
No.
you didn't sound Dutch to me. What part of Canada are you from?
Born in Edmonton, raised in Vancouver.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Edmonton. Sherwood Park, my guess?
No, just outside Edmonton, a little town called Devon.
I love Edmonton. I love going out to the West Edmonton Mall, where I perform at the comic strip, and I can't wait to get back there. The largest shopping mall in the world, okay? Every time I go there, they put me in a hotel in the mall. The comedy club is in the mall. All the radio stations that you go on to promote the show are in the mall. The restaurants that you eat at are in the mall. I go to Edmonton. I've been there 10 times doing shows over the last 10 years, and I stay in the mall the entire time, and I basically live in the mall. It's kind of fun. I feel like
What's the mall like these days? Like I worked in Edmonton on an oil pipeline when I was in high school in 1988. I
Nice.
worked there, and
Nice.
the mall had just opened, and I hang out there in the summertime, and it was really classy and upscale at the time. I'm guessing it's not quite the same anymore.
You know what? It's exactly the same. I went there back in the 80s. I went there back in the 80s because I have relatives from my aunt and uncle and my grandfather and cousins. They all live in Edmonton. And what's up, guys, if you're watching? And so I would go back there in the 80s and go to the West Edmonton Mall, and it was quite the thing back then. It was just very exciting back then because it was actually officially the largest shopping mall in the world at the time. It has a submarine in it. It actually has more submarines in it than the Canadian Navy, although I think they got rid of the submarines. They also used to have dolphins, but they got rid of the dolphins. But they do have a sea lion. I guess it's okay for a sea lion to live in captivity, but not so much for the dolphins. So I don't know what the logic is there. I guess dolphins need more room. The sea lions are just like big dogs, right? I mean, we can't release all domesticated animals into the wild, right? Or then what, are we going to let all our dogs go too? I mean, some domesticated animals, I think, love being domesticated animals, right? Anyways, I digress a little bit. I should probably be talking to you about oil and not whether dolphins should be held in captivity since you're an oil guy, right?
Oh, no, we should probably be talking about dolphins. I think oil and gas isn't very popular these days.
So what's going to happen? What's going to happen with oil and gas? What's going to happen with it?
Yeah, I think it's not going away anytime soon. Everybody that thinks that the world is switching to fully electric, which, don't get me wrong, I would like to see. I'm a hater of my industry, but I'm old enough that I'm kind of stuck in, and I don't really have anywhere to go. But it's not going to disappear as soon as people would like to think. I mean, the electric car generation, I'm fully supportive of it. I think it's a great idea. It's fantastic technology. Personally, I don't think electric is what it's going to come down as the long-term solution for transportation. I think it's going to be something either that we haven't discovered yet, or it's going to be hydrogen fuel cell, which Japan is moving towards.
Yeah, or maybe some sort of fusion, like flux capacitor type of device.
Yeah, like Marty McFly stuff.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thanks for calling. I appreciate it, man. It's so cool to have you calling in, Canadian from the Netherlands, and you have a great day, all right?
I can't believe I got through. I lived in London, Ontario in the, I guess, mid-'90s, and a friend of mine introduced me to you on Rogers when you were in Ottawa there.
Yeah.
And it's been following your career ever since.
Can you believe I'm still doing this crap, huh? Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's funny. In the mid '90s, I started the show on Rogers in 1994, and that's Rogers Cable. That's the public access station in Canada. That's where the Tom Green Show started, and it didn't come on MTV until 1999. So I basically did it for 5 years up there, pretty much consistently. And it was really weird back then on the public access days because especially in the first couple of years, there was really nobody watching. But really, in the grand scheme of things, nobody was really watching the show in any sort of large numbers until it got picked up by MTV when all of a sudden,
maybe not in any large numbers, but you had a pretty loyal following in Ontario. Like I was in the scuba diving business back then, and every one of my customers that came into the store, they all knew about you.
Oh, and, really?
Great stuff like Follow the Porn with the truck, the vehicles blowing the magazines back and forth along the highway. That was a fantastic one. And I have to tell you, if you got time for a real quick story, there was one where I think you went to the National Gallery in Ottawa.
Sure.
And you'd made a painting maybe, and you had it in a backpack with a hammer and nail.
Mm-hmm. No, not a hammer and nail. Not a hammer and nail. See,
it wasn't a hammer and nail.
No, it was not. No, you're thinking of Banksy. Banksy did it with a hammer and nail years later on the Banksy documentary. But mine was, because I always find things, I like it when it's funny. And I always find that if it's not mean, it's funnier. So, one of the things that would be mean about hammering it into the wall is it's destructive. And so I painted my painting on a piece of foam core, and there was a putty on the back of it, and I just stuck it to the wall. Yeah.
That's what it was, the putty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Because I'm Canadian.
Well, I did something a little...
Nice Canadian boy.
Years later in Rio de Janeiro, there's the Copacabana Hotel on Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, and Copacabana Palace, I think it's called. And it's a really famous old 1930s hotel, and everybody that's anybody since the 1930s has stayed there. And on the mezzanine floor of that hotel, they have a line of black and white photos that must be 50 meters long with 8 by 10 size photographs of everybody that stayed there.
Oh, and you hung a photo of yourself there.
Yeah, I hung my own picture up there.
Oh.
I printed it out at home in the Netherlands, and I traveled with it in my suitcase with a hammer and a nail. And I had it in a backpack, and I was wearing a suit when I went in there, so I didn't draw any attention. And I hung that picture up there. I doubt it's still there.
Oh, I bet it is.
How long it stayed,
I bet it's still there.
You're the inspiration for that.
I bet it is still there. I have a feeling it is.
If anybody's listening that could confirm that would be great.
I have a pretty good feeling it's still there, my friend. I absolutely do. Okay, well, thank you for your call. That sounds great. I appreciate it. You be safe.
Great talking to you, Tom Green. Thanks a lot.
Good talking to you too. It's been a long time since we've known each other through the since 1994. We've known each other indirectly. Now we get to talk in person. I appreciate it.
No kidding. Fantastic.
All right.
An honor. Thank you.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much, my friend. Bye.
Bye.
How cool is that? All right. The number to call, 510-925-1565. And the studio is looking pretty good, I gotta say. Looking pretty good. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling real good about this. I've wanted to get back to doing this Webovision show for the last 10 years. I've been on the road doing stand-up, and I always knew I was going to get back to doing this. And unfortunately, it took a pandemic to lock me in the house and get me focused on building this thing. It's been the last 6 weeks of toiling away here, getting the right pieces of equipment that I needed. Still a few more pieces of equipment coming. I've got a PC laptop that is coming. I'm not a PC guy, but I am running a few PCs in here now, actually. This is a Mac, but I'm also going to have a few PCs controlling certain things. And we'll be taking your calls on video very soon as well. But we're going to keep the audio. So we're going to have phone calls on this number. We have a new phone number that you'll be able to call the other phone. And you'll be able to call on video as well. Because video is pretty futuristic, right? But you know, it's pretty common to see people doing video chats now, and I'm going to take some of it back to the old school. I want to give this kind of a late night radio vibe. And I think there are benefits to not doing video sometimes as well. What those are, maybe I'll just keep them to myself. But hello, you're on the air.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
What's up, man? You made it. You're on. You got on the show. What's going on
We're
with you?
here.
Where?
It's going. My name's Sean. I'm from Indiana.
Okay, great. And Indiana. What part of Indiana are you calling from?
Like the Gary portion.
Okay,
Northwest Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, home of Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. You got it.
The Jackson 5 are from Gary, Indiana.
Not the Mike Pence portion of Indiana.
Yeah, well, you know, that too, though. You know, you got a lot of incredible people that have come from Indiana. Now, what do you do out there in Indiana, and what brings you here? How did you find the show, and what's going on?
So I teach. I'm a high school teacher. But I also podcast, and I podcast because of you, honestly, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your podcast called, and where can we find it?
It's called a PBM. It's a penis bacon moment. Okay. And
all
you
right.
can find it on all the platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? It's called a what? A penis bacon moment?
You got it.
That's the name of your podcast?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's going to be you're going to get some interesting people tuning in, you know?
That's the hope. That's the goal. I do conversations. We should do a podcast together, Tom.
Well, we are right now, my friend. We're doing a podcast right now.
You got me there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware, but this is actually simulcast, so this is going to be an episode of the Tom Green Podcast as well. So
Wow.
The Tom
Okay.
Green Podcast is the name of this show. I'm just checking right now to make sure I hit record. Yes, I did. Okay, good. This is going to be, you know, that's possible that I could have not hit record. I need a checklist because there's a few things I have to do around here to launch this all by myself. I don't have any technicians. I don't have any camera people. I don't have any audio people. I'm doing everything here myself. But it's fun. You know, I'm actually kind of figuring it out. My goal, like yours, I guess you're doing a podcast, independent podcast. My goal is try to create an independent show that is completely free of any interference from any other source of anything other than just my brain, your brain, the viewers' brains, mind merging here on the internet and connecting with each other without. Not that I don't like working with people, I do, but when we did Webovision, there would always be other people here, and what I would do is I would then ask them to do things, and I wouldn't do it myself, and then what would end up happening is making Webovision became a different kind of thing. It was more a process of managing people and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas really now, I just have to manage myself, right? I just have to go, oh, the hard drive's not working? Why is that hard drive not working? Oh, because it's, you know, for this reason or that reason. I figure it out. Oh, the audio's not working. Why is the audio not working? Oh, because I forgot to push a button on my recorder that is sending it out to this switcher here. Why is the switcher not streaming to YouTube? You know, I had to figure out how to stream it to YouTube, how to connect it to the YouTube stream. So all of these little things, it's been keeping me occupied for the last couple of weeks. And what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up having a weird show, right? Because it's going to be done differently than any other show in the world. So that's why I like messing with technology, because if you get to the point where you're doing something completely different with technology, it's going to be weird naturally. And then you throw, the fact that I'm weird into it. And then it gets really weird, right? Because I'm also weird. See? I'm also weird. No, I didn't cut off. I just stopped talking. I just stopped talking. Yeah. See, I'm also weird. See? So.
I know, and I love it.
I'm also weird.
You've been on the edge of.
Did you know I'm weird?
In so many ways.
Did you know that I'm weird?
Absolutely. Sometimes.
Did you know that I'm weird?
No.
Yeah.
I saw you in Road Trip. Weird. There's a delay, so I'm watching the screen.
Oh, you got to turn your TV down. You haven't been listening. You got to turn your volume down on your thing. Just listen to me on the phone. That's why you sound so confused.
That's all I'm doing. Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh,
you.
well, don't watch it. It's going to confuse you.
It is confusing me.
Yeah, that's why you're all. Yeah, no, we're having a conversation here. Don't look at it. You can go look at it after.
I know.
Okay.
Well, you're distracting because you're weird.
Yeah, I'm a weird guy. I am a weird guy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I friggin' love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering my call.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, listen. What do you do? Where are you calling from? What do you do? What's your name?
Sean from Indiana. Didn't we already talk about this?
I did, but I forgot because I'm doing a lot of stuff
that's
here.
Okay.
Are you
Sean
offended?
From Indiana.
Are you offended?
PBM is the podcast.
Are you offended?
Check it out.
Are you offended, Sean, that I forgot your name?
Offended?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay.
You got a lot going on.
I feel bad about it though.
No, don't.
No, I do. We're here having a
should.
conversation, right? And then I just forget your name.
Yeah, but you're also hosting a show. I get it.
No, it's not a good look.
I get it.
That's
From
another
one
thing
podcaster to another. I get it.
Yeah, it's another thing I have to get better at though around here. And I apologize. And I'm actually going to make that one of the things on my list. I'm going to have to come up with a system when I'm doing all this and I'm taking call. I got to pay attention more. Like when you say Sean, I have to remember your name is Sean. When you say you're in Gary, Indiana, I remember Gary, Indiana. I have to remember that. And so I don't know if I'm going to have notes or if I'm going to do some mental memory tricks to remember everyone's name. And when you call back, I'm going to remember your name as well, okay?
I am going to call back.
And when I meet you, when I come to Indiana, when I come to Gary, Indiana to do stand-up, I'm going to remember you.
Yes. All right. That sounds great.
And when we go out and get beers after my show in Gary, Indiana, I'm going to remember you, okay?
What kind of beers do you drink, Tom?
And when you let me crash on your couch because I had too many beers and I can't get back to the hotel, I'm going to remember you, Gary. Okay?
No, it's Sean. It's not Gary.
Sean, right. Well, I'd like to say I did that on purpose. You're in Gary, Indiana. Yeah, I'm going to have to take notes. That's what I'm having. Oh, God. Sean, I appreciate it, man. You're a good dude.
Tom.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it, and thank you for calling, okay? Have a great day, okay? All right.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're figuring this out. It's cool. I'd like to say I forgot Sean's name at the end on purpose, but I didn't. It's fun. I don't know if you've been here the last couple of days, but I've been building this studio. We did a couple of live tests over the weekend. One of the live tests on the weekend was late at night, and it went very late, and I gotta admit, I had a few drinks, and it was fun. We were dancing, we were making music, but it was really weird. You think this is disorganized? But I think what I like to do here is I like to kind of test things out live, at risk of looking like I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's kind of fun to try to sort all this out live with you so you can kind of see what's involved and how it all works. But I'm figuring out kind of some of the different tricks to make it look smooth. And I'm enjoying that. Let's take a call. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom Green. How you doing, man?
Real good. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Chad from Illinois.
Chad from Illinois. The Chad.
Yes, the Chad.
You know, they called me the Chad back in the day.
I know.
I'm the Chad.
You were in that movie.
The Charlie's Angels movie. I was in it. I was in the movie Charlie's Angels, and I was the Chad. Did you know that? I'm the Chad. The Chad.
I did know that.
The Chad was great. The Chad was great. Yep.
You are great, man.
So what are you doing? What are you doing up in your part of the world? And what's going on with you, my friend?
Just trying to stay sane through all this, man. I was wondering what you thought about this whole coronavirus.
Well, I'm obviously not happy about it. This is a real drag. And I'm really concerned about all my friends out there in the world, in the comedy business and in the entire country who are in every business that's affected and shut down. It's terrifying and it's horrifying and it's sad. And, I
hope. Do you believe the hype, though? Do you believe that this is actually going on, or is it, You know, there's a lot
Do
of
I believe that it's
conspiracies
going on? Yes, of course I believe that it's going on. I haven't left my house in 6 weeks. So, and I think it's important that I, without diving into politics or trying to turn this into some sort of an argument, because I want to have fun around here, I do also feel it's important for me to just at least say to you and to all of my viewers here who I care about, and I love you guys, yes, it's going on. Of course it's going on. And of course it's a real virus. And of course it spreads faster than the flu. And that's why it's a problem. And, you know, if you really, really dive into the science, then you'll realize that we have to be careful right now. And I'll tell you one thing, just because the country is beginning to open up, I'm not leaving the house for at least another month, okay? I'm going to stay here.
Really?
I'm not leaving the house for another month. And fortunately, I work from home. This is my job, so I'm lucky that I'm able to do this. Very lucky.
Right.
And not everyone has that luxury to be able to work from home. But I think if you do have to go to work in the next month, be very careful. Don't be walking around thinking that it's not real, because it is real. You know, when you see videos on the internet of people showing up at grocery stores and arguing that they shouldn't have to wear a mask, wear a mask, okay? This is real. First of all, you're better off to wear a mask if it's not real and find out later that it's not real and you didn't have to wear a mask than to not wear a mask and find out later that it was real and end up dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're better off to err on the side of caution. Err on the side of caution. But again, I don't want to get into this kind of conversation constantly because we're on the internet and the internet's full of inaccurate information. And if you don't pay attention, you're going to have a lot of people on this channel that are going to be really, really against that idea. And they think, it's not real. You're taking my freedoms. I need to be able to go out and breathe the air, right? Listen, I don't want to turn this into a show where we argue about that, okay? So I'm just going to say it once in a while, and then we're going to get back to talking about, you know, corn on the cob, or what kind of cheese we like the most, or, you know, how fast a submarine goes, or what your favorite part of the movie Born on the 4th of July was, or if you like eating bananas on weekends, or how many times you've been to Napanee, Ontario, or who likes wearing figure skates to bed at night, or how many cigarettes can you smoke on a Monday before lunch, or things like that, you know?
Yeah, like Bill Gates simulating this whole thing in Event 201.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, so you're one of these conspiracy guys, I can tell, right?
Well, you gotta look it up, man.
Yeah, you watched a video made by one guy about Bill Gates on a computer that he invented. And here's a guy that's gone out there and done more for saving people around the world with his anti-malaria drugs than probably anybody in human history. And then one guy in his basement, probably like me, makes a video slamming the guy, and now you got a whole bunch of people. Yeah, I know.
You got to look it up, though. They simulated this with the World Health Organization, the whole simulation of this pandemic.
Look, you can look up that there's aliens in the tree in my yard, and there will be a video for it. You know, you can look up, how to make Chinese food in a rowboat, and there will be a video for it. You can look up how to simulate an eyeball exploding with paprika poured on it on a Wednesday afternoon, and there will be a video for it. Just because you use the word simulation and say it was simulated doesn't mean that it is real. I mean, I can simulate an aquarium full of grease gun volcanoes covered in pastrami, and a video will come up for it, you know? So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Well, you guys check out Reality Rigged and Event.
It's funny, all the conspiracy theorists now are in the comments going crazy. See, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. See, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about how in grade 5, Mr. Mozion, my teacher, used to take my egg sandwiches and trade them for his peanut butter and jelly. I want to talk about that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to talk about internet conspiracy theories, you know?
It's not internet. Gematria. Do you know what gematria is? Practice of coding letters and numbers.
What's that?
Gematria. Have you ever heard of it before?
Is that like tilapia? That fish, that delicious fish, tilapia?
No, gematria.
Oh, okay. You know, I know tilapia. Man, I love a good piece of tilapia. Yummy.
All right, man. I'm just trying to wake up the people because, like you said, our rights are being taken away.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you listen. Live your life. Be careful, okay, man? Absolutely.
I will, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you might want to think about what the motivation would be for that, to do that. All right, cool. All right. Man, it's going to be hard to avoid those kind of conversations. If we get into that kind of conversation every time someone calls, then basically what's going to happen is this going to turn into every other show, okay? And I'm going to make an effort not to turn this into every other show by arguing about typical things. You know, like I'd rather argue about tilapia. Like I see in the comments section now, people are saying tilapia is the worst fish. Tilapia is the worst fish. How would you feel if you were a tilapia and you heard that, huh? Maybe you should think about how the little tilapia thinks. Maybe the tilapia would like to be the worst fish. Probably be less, dangerous for it if it was the best fish. Let's argue about tilapia, okay? Let's not argue about politics. Let's not argue about pandemics and whether it's real or not. If you want to believe it's not real, that's your prerogative. I'm just saying, err on the side of caution. You might want to look up on Google Pascal's wager. The philosopher Pascal made an argument about whether or not you should believe in the existence of God. And he said that you're better off to make the bet that God is real. So that was his wager. Why? Well, because if you believe in God or make the bet that God is real, was his argument, and it turns out that you're wrong, then there's no harm, no foul. But if you make the bet that God is not real and it turns out you're wrong, well, have fun burning in hell for all of eternity. So I'm not saying whether or not I am making that wager one way or another. I'm not getting into a conversation about whether or not I believe in God right now. What I'm saying is, you're better off to believe that the pandemic is real. Because if you're wrong and it isn't real, and you went and wore a mask for 8 weeks for no reason, no harm, no foul, right? But if you make the bet that the pandemic is not real, and you walk around with no mask for the next 8 weeks, and then you get sick, and then you get your parents sick, and then you get your grandparents sick, you get 20 other people sick, and they get their grandparents sick. It's a selfish way of handling this, right? And if you don't understand that you are getting other people sick, even if you don't show symptoms, you don't understand that, then I can see why you would think, oh, well, they're taking away my freedoms, right? Of course they're taking away your freedoms, but it's you want to take away your freedom a little bit yourself right now, because otherwise you're being selfish. Because if it is real, which it is, then you're going to be spreading the disease around. And then you're going to make this damn thing last another year, and many, many more people will get sick and die. So, enough of this conspiracy theory shit. Let's talk about Sasquatch. Let's talk about UFOs. Let's talk about fun conspiracy theories. Let's talk about whether or not the Earth is flat. Let's talk about, did they put a man on the moon? Happy to talk about all of that stuff because there's no negative implications. I like conspiracy theories. Let's just not talk about that one because it's too close right now, Like, this is important what's going on right now. It's critical that the information that comes out of this channel is correct. So I'd rather be incorrect and say it's real. Of course it's real, it's not incorrect, but I'd rather be incorrect and say it's real than be incorrect and say it's not real. And then a bunch of people get sick because of me or because of you. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how are you? Want to talk about corn on the cob?
Sure, man. I'm just super excited that I got on the air, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get over the excitement of that, and let's just jump right into an in-depth conversation about corn on the cob. Okay.
Okay, but the thing is, I don't know anything about her.
Exactly. You know nothing about corn on the cob? How's that possible?
I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm a foreigner.
You're a foreigner? They don't have corn in the country where you're from?
Oh, you mean corn?
Yeah, I mean corn, the word that I've been saying over and over again. Corn. You didn't understand what I meant?
No, bro, I didn't hear you well, sorry. But corn, yeah, we got plenty of corn.
Yeah, what country are you calling from?
Oh, I'm from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, yeah. You got corn in Bulgaria, right?
Yeah, plenty of corn.
Yeah, plenty of corn.
Sorry, what did you say, Tom?
I said plenty of corn.
Yeah, Tom. Sorry. Me and my brother are your biggest fans in Bulgaria, man. I mean, I've been watching, because my brother is 5 years older than me, and he's been showing me all your stuff since you were on MTV, the movie Freddy Got Fingered. Your rap is actually pretty awesome. There's a funny story. If you have some time, I can tell you about it.
Sure. Is it about corn?
No. Maybe, okay. Yeah. There's some corn involved.
Yeah, okay.
Because my brother, he always used to play that song of yours, Don't Mess with the Man, right after he takes a big poo-poo. And I couldn't understand why. And every time he went out of the toilet, he was angry and mad, and he kept on playing this song. And finally, after years, I realized what was going on. Because the consistency of his poop was kind of messed up, and he had some trouble wiping his butt. So he was always going out angry. So this song was his favorite.
So they poo in Bulgaria too, huh?
Well, yeah, we do sometimes.
You poo?
So if we eat, you know.
Do people poo in Bulgaria?
We do, certainly.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling. I really do. This is a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying connecting with people from all over the world, too. How cool is that, right?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing that I can be sitting here in Los Angeles, build a TV studio, and all of a sudden I'm talking to somebody in Bulgaria about poo-poo and corn.
Exactly.
It's funny, poo-poo and corn kind of are similar themes, because if you eat a lot of corn, you know what happens, right?
Oh.
You know what happens.
Yeah.
What happens? What happens when you eat a lot of corn?
It happens that your poop consistency is messed up and you can't wipe your butt.
Yep, absolutely. See, this is the kind of conversation we should be having around here, right? This is Webovision, damn it, right? We got to be talking about eating corn and how it affects the consistency of your poo-poo, right?
Exactly, man.
Right.
Exactly.
So what's it like? What's it like growing up in Bulgaria? Is it a nice place to grow up? Do you love it there?
Well, it's kind of messed up. There's pros and cons, mostly cons.
Oh, really?
We get by.
What's one of the cons? From what do you not like about Bulgaria? What is it that you would say when someone asks you about where you're from, and then you say there's some pros and cons? What would you say is one of the cons?
Mostly, I tell them that the cons are actually the Bulgarians. And, there's some nice. But, hey, I'm not going to be politically correct. Most Bulgarians are messed up. I don't like them. They act like peasants, and they're all put a mask on their face pretending to be
So I
someone they're not.
I didn't hear what you said there. You broke up a little bit, but it's too bad that there's negativity. Sometimes there's negative things, but you'll sort it out, right? Bulgaria is still probably a pretty beautiful place, right? What's there? Do they have trees and stuff in Bulgaria?
Oh yeah, we've got plenty of trees, mountains, rivers, whatever you could think of.
So you have mountains there as well?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 mountains.
And rivers?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have McDonald's?
Yeah, we do. And actually, my girlfriend used to work for McDonald's for quite some time.
Yeah, well, whose girlfriend didn't used to work for McDonald's? Everybody used to work for McDonald's. I used to work for Dairy Queen.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I used to work for Dairy Queen. I can make a peanut butter parfait like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, damn, man. Maybe sometime you treat me to one of your dairy treats.
Yeah, well, someday I might. I'll come to Bulgaria. I'll make you a peanut butter parfait. I put an unregulated amount of fudge in the bottom. Okay, I put extra fudge in there, more than you're supposed to. And whenever I was working at Dairy Queen back in the 80s, when I was in high school, the kids in my school, they knew, hey, if Tom's working, maybe you want to go by the Dairy Queen, order yourself a peanut butter parfait, and get some of that extra fudge, right?
Sounds awesome, man. Sounds awesome.
Well, listen, I appreciate you calling. You're great, and you stay safe out there in Bulgaria and enjoy the mountains and the rivers and the street signs and the cars and all the things that we have over here in America. Okay.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Dom. Appreciate it.
All right,
Take
thank
care.
you, my friend. Bulgaria, unbelievable. That is so cool. I'm having a good time here. This is working. The show is working. I want to tell you right now, one thing that's interesting is I need a haircut, okay? I haven't had a haircut in 6 weeks, and this isn't really kind of what I'm kind of thinking is the way my hair is supposed to be for the show. Like this sort of wispy sort of hair. But I'm going to get like I don't know how to do it myself. I'm going to have to maybe do it myself on the show. Just worried I'm going to cut my eye out or something like that because I'm not paying attention. It's all crazy right now. I don't know what to do. Let's take a second to have a look at what people are saying in the comments section. Looking at the comments here, and lots of people are calling in. Tesla says isolation. Al Capone says hello. Chrissy says, I dig the wispy gray look. You can give me a call right now at 510-925-1565. 510-925-1565. You can see the photos there of my mother and my brother Joe. And, give me a call. We're having fun around here on the Webovision. I made this beat at the beginning of the show. That was a lot of fun. All right, let's take a quick call and see who we got here. Hello, you're on the air. Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Alex from Austin, Texas.
All right, Austin, Texas. How you doing out there? How y'all doing out there, Austin, Texas?
We're good, man. We're good. Everything is, I can't complain, basically.
Well, that's good. Now, what do you do out there in Austin when we're not in the midst of a terrifying pandemic?
So I actually am lucky enough to work from home, and I do dispatching for a third-party delivery service.
Okay. Yeah, and so what are you delivering these days? Are you delivering, what kind of things are you delivering?
So food, restaurant delivery. It's probably as good as it's ever going to get because gas is super cheap, and people are stuck at home wanting food, so it's actually been pretty good for us.
Well, that's great. I love it. I love what you're doing. That is, you're doing something very heroic right now, and I want to say hats off to you for getting out there and helping keep this country running, because we need people like you to be out there doing your thing and making the world keep working. You know, I've been ordering my groceries online and getting them delivered, and I just thank the people that deliver things right now to my home and to everybody's home, because what would we do without them, right? What would we do without everybody? That is the essential services in this country.
Yeah, they are essential.
Yeah, so it's heroic, really, because it would be the safer thing to do, just curl up and hide, right? But what are you doing to keep yourself safe? Are you wearing gloves? Are you disinfecting everything? Are you maintaining social distancing?
Yeah, I mean, luckily, I really just get out of the house to go grocery shopping, and just wear a mask and all that good stuff. So, like I said, I just work from the computer at home all day. So I've been pretty lucky and just been able to quarantine and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And now what do you do for fun? What are you doing for fun right now?
Drinking at the park.
Oh, yeah? Well, you go to the park and get a good drink, do you?
Yeah, the parks are open. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's nice. And so is there a lot of people out in the park just getting hammered in the park? running around like
actually,
like maniacs?
I kind of couldn't believe it. The last time I went, there was just a lot of people out there, all drinking and smoking, have a good time.
Man, this sounds like pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a party out there in Austin, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's incredible.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you calling. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
And there's so few of us left.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate your energy too. Positive energy coming from you. I appreciate the positive energy coming from everybody here on the show. Actually, it's been great, and we're gonna keep this positive energy going. I love it. I love all of my friends here on YouTube. Yeah,
I'm stoked you're doing all this, man.
Yeah, I am too. I appreciate it. It's been
you've been working hard.
It's a real pleasure to be able to interact with everybody and have fun with everybody. It's something I've loved, and it's been a big part of my life. And I'm thankful that we have all of this great technology on YouTube now as well, that is making it easier for all of us to interact with each other. It's really an incredible time in our world. So very cool. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll talk to you next time. Okay.
All right. Take care, Tom.
All right. Cheers. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Okay, get that volume figured out better next time. Well, listen, this has been a technical test of the system here. I'd say it's going pretty well. I have been enjoying it. I am enjoying all of you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few adjustments, and we're going to come back and do more live streaming soon. But in the meantime, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and know that I'm going to go and make some tweaks and adjustments all over here. Think about this, and we're going to come back with an even smoother, more listenable broadcast. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We will stream longer. We will stream more often in the coming weeks and months and years. But let's keep these positive vibes going. Appreciate you guys. Be safe out there. And we'll be back soon. Thanks for being loyal supporters of my YouTube channel, and watch for some new videos. I'm going to make some new videos today as well. I hope you enjoyed my stand-up comedy set from... I hope you like my stand-up comedy set from my YouTube. Sorry, I'm thinking about the mix right now. Got to patch that audio differently. Yesterday, I posted just a random set that I shot at the Hollywood Improv, and it's been on a hard drive for a year and a half. And I thought, hey, I should post this. It was a pretty good set, and it was a fun time. It was a Hollywood Improv's a nice little comedy club room, intimate. And I think it was a fun set, and I want to send my love and support and well wishes to everybody out there in the world and in the comedy business, and everyone at all of the comedy clubs that I perform at around the world. I know it's a tough time, but we're going to get back to getting up on stage and telling more jokes soon. So be safe, everyone, and we'll see you next time.